take his name in vain, because that doesn't necessarily make you a bad person, right? So if I die tomorrow, I'm not a Christian, but if I die tomorrow and there is a God, I have faith that I have been a good enough person to be forgiven for that.
Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. This is a video of a young woman who thought she was good enough to get to heaven. Jesus says in John 8:32, you'll know the truth and it will set you free. Sometimes in conversations with people, we are giving them truth and they're hearing it for the first time or maybe haven't truly processed the truth of the Word of God. And this is the case here. She didn't get saved at the moment, but she did say at the end, as you'll see, something that's very telling about her conscience. All right, guys, go out and proclaim the gospel to see a life transformed, because the truth worth proclaiming is the truth that transforms. See you next week. So see, Savannah, the question you have to ask yourself, I used to be in your shoes. I used to think the exact same way. What you have to ask yourself, according to whose standard do you say you're good? And see, God has given His standard. His standard is an absolute standard that doesn't change. It's found in His Word. And Savannah, every one of us have failed it. And that's why we need Jesus. That's why we need to be forgiven, Savannah. So it's not that, Savannah, you're not good, I'm not good compared to God's standard. Now, that doesn't make God's standard wrong. That makes His standard good. That makes us bad. That's what it means to have a revealed universal standard. Every one of us knows that this standard is there, but we try to live our life, we try to suppress it. In Romans 1, it says that we suppress the truth and we would rather live in a lie than believe the truth. It says that, we worship the created things rather than Creator, right? And so what you have to do, Savannah, you have to come to terms with that. Because apart from God's universal truth, we really can't say anything is right and wrong. If God doesn't give us universal truth, then everything is really just personal preference. But yet, none of us live that way, right? If I were to take your wallet, you would call a policeman right away because you've been robbed, right? And so standards can't come from personal preference or social convention or societies. It has to come from a universal standard that's unchanging, right? Does that make sense on what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have offended Him, and I plead with you to contemplate the reality of life and death. And God is just, and therefore if you die in your sin, that He has to give you justice because He's a just judge, right? If I got caught speeding and you were riding in the passenger seat with me and you went before the judge and the judge says, oh, Tommy, I'm gonna let you off today like you never did anything wrong. He really wouldn't be a just judge, right? I mean, I would be guilty of breaking the law, but He didn't keep me to the standard. See, God's a just judge. He can't contradict His law because He's a just God. So that's what I mean by that. And that's why He sent us the solution. He sent Jesus so that we can be forgiven. I hope that makes sense of what I'm saying.
Yeah. Thanks for giving me something to think about.
All right, Savannah, you have a great day, okay? Lord bless you. Do you have a Bible?